Sorry, guys. The joys of being live. I didn't plan on being on so long. It was supposed to be 15 minutes, but I just can't resist answering questions, okay? So I just realized that my batteries needed to change, okay? So sorry about that. Okay, so that's really, like I said, it's really like a 1 sus4, but it's really, let me put it like that. So it's like a 4 sus. Really, it's a chord that you use. This chord is like a 5 sus4, right? And it's going to resolve, right? And when you add that chord, that's what we call a tritone substitution on the dominant chord, right? How do I put this? Okay. I wish I had the thing where I can just show you guys. Actually, I can do it like this. Okay. Just Javon, in terms of your question that you had. Okay. Okay, so let me, I don't want to erase that. Okay, so it's like a 5 sus, but then Javon says that chord now goes to this. Now this is at the intermediate level, so I know it's going to be harder to understand if you're a total beginner, but hopefully you're being entertained, right? Then he says it went to the flat 3, all right? So this went a semitone lower, then he says flat 5, that went a semitone lower, and then he said, what else? Let me see what else you said. You said it went to, yep, you said it went to your flat 6, and then it had the 1. And all of that, right? And then he says, and then you went to the 5. Exactly. Excuse me. Such a good question, I had to cough. Okay? All right, so when you had that, and then you go here, and then you go to the 5. Now, the beautiful thing is, it's already a 5, really, going to another 1. But the 1 in this particular case is actually the 5, which is the 1. So, for example, what I'm going to teach, I teach in the key music system, when everybody can play in every single key, not only will you do that chord in one place, that takes you to the 5. Let's say if I'm going to my 6. Then you can do that same chord, and then to that 6, I'm going to use my 4. I'm going to use it to get to my 3, and my 3 to my 6, right? So you don't just use it for your 2 to your 5, whatever. You use it everywhere, right? So once it works to get there, then you can use it all the other different places. Okay, like a 4 over the 5. Yes, exactly. It's like a 4 over the 5. It's a 6 over the 5, or you can see it like a 4 major 7, or they call it a 4 major 9 over the 5. So once again, it's like, so therefore, if you know that this chord, you're playing that chord, Javon, and you know that, let's say, like I said, this is like, it's like a 5, some type of 5. Let me put it, what key is D the 5th note in? Okay. Which key is D the 5th note in? All right, so somebody type that, and then I'll just get to this last part, and that should be good. Right, which key is D the 5th note in? Okay, you know, I got a little bit of a lag here, all right? But I'm sure that you guys understand, okay? So basically, we know that D is the 5th in the key of, thank you, Joshua, right, in the key of G. So if I'm telling you that this is a 6 over 5, that chord, Javon, that's telling us that we can now play anything in the key of the G chord, G scale, and it's all gonna work. There's nothing you can play in the key of G that's not gonna work for that chord. So that's why, even though it's used on the 2, right? Any key music members will tell you that even though it's used on the 2, we know how to switch and be able to switch keys to not make it hard. So therefore, even though I am using it on the 2, so let's say, so when the saints go, right, to go to my 2 there. So I'm gonna use that chord, right? Or if I want to play progressions melodies, and then right? So I can put it together. That's how you play, right? Most people have a challenge playing advanced because they just don't understand. They're being given a whole bunch of stuff, but they don't understand what the stuff that they're playing. That's why it's looking hard, okay? So this is the last thing that I'm going to add here, Javon, which is when you played this, okay? So you had this chord, and then what you added on it, you added and you resolved it, right? And then you went back to your 5, okay? So the three flat in the key of C, we know that the notes are simply E flat, okay? Then it went to the flat 5, which we know is an F sharp or a G flat, okay? And we know that the flat 6 is either an A flat or a G sharp. I'll put A flat. And by the way, whoever teaches you this, now I'm very strong opinionated when it comes to theory. So whoever teaches you that you have to spell it correctly with, if you say flat, then all of them have to be flats. That is an outdated teaching. I won't say erroneous, right? But it's an outdated teaching. That is not correct. You don't have to do that. This is not a music, this is not an English class, right? So certain rules you can use from English, but not all of them, okay? So I can switch this around on purpose. And obviously we know that the 1 in the key of C is C. So therefore, when we have this chord, the E flat, F sharp, A flat, and C, right? The E flat, F sharp, A flat, and C, right? So when we resolve to that chord, right? The reason why it works is, like I told you, it's a principle. Well, it's still like the 2 to the 5, or like the first question that was asked by, it's either Ross or Laurent asks about why we do it in certain particular order, right? This is why we do it, so that these things become a lot easier. However, but the reason why this works is, this is the last part I'm going to give you guys today, is the principle of a tritone, okay? Now, sometimes there's some misconceptions of a tritone, but all a tritone is, all right? So when we say tritone, tritone is only tri, which means 3, and tone, which means tone. Okay, so it's just a distance of 3 tones. Okay, so it's not any harder than that. So most people are like, man, the tritone's so hard. Like, don't make it so hard. It's not that deep. Sorry, it is very deep, actually. I should say that, but it's not really that hard. So why am I saying that? So we know that the D here, right? I said this when you went here, that chord, the second chord, Javon, that you gave me, I said it's a type of tritone substitutions, meaning you can add it to your playing. So what do I mean? So my question is, we know that this 2 is a D. So I'll just put it, it's a D. We know it's a D. What's the tritone of D? All right, so you guys see the piano over, sorry, 1 second. I'm looking at 2 different screens. Oh, over here. So you see the little piano here. It doesn't light up because I don't do that light up stuff, because I teach understanding. You want to make sure you understand. So you can see that you have a D. What is the note that is 3 tones higher than the D? Okay, I want you to type it. If you're at the intermediate level, even at the beginner level, right, and you understand semitones and tones, I want you to type and tell me what is 3 tones higher than the D. Okay, tell me what is 3 tones higher than the D. Okay, and okay, Joshua, you give me an answer. I want to see 2 more people that give me the answer. Okay, 2 more people give me an answer. Okay, or at least 1 more person. Okay, all right, because I want to make sure that you're getting this. All right, in the Any Key Music members webinars, I don't move on until I get people that actually answered, a certain amount of people. I want to make sure we get the most amount of people that are learning, or who are learning. Right? I guess I can imply that. Okay. All right. So I'll go with what I have so far. All right, Joshua, thank you very much. Exactly. 3 tones above the D. You can see the piano there. Ellie, thank you very much. Exactly. 3 tones above it is an A flat. So remember what I said. When you see a lot of these things in voicings, it can look harder than it really is. Okay. So I said it's A flat. I'm sorry. No, I didn't say it. You guys said it's A flat, but I'm confirming that yes, 3 tones above the D, in this case it was the 2, is an A flat. So I said when you did this voicing on top of the D, that was the next chord, by the way, all right, what ended up happening is we did something. I said it's a tritone substitution. So how can I say that? So let's say I take the E flat and I put it over here. So if I have A flat, C, and E flat, okay? So even if I just had that, okay, so I invert the chord that you gave me. What is A flat? Not, forget the F sharp for now, so I'll remove it. I'll come back to it. But what is A flat, C, and E flat? What chord is that? Can anybody tell me? What chord is A flat, C, and E flat? If you played it together, can somebody tell me what chord that is? All right. Thank you, Laurent. Exactly. Right. But let's finish it. You put a G sharp. Is it a G sharp what? Is it minor? Is it diminished? Is it augmented? What chord is that? Okay. So the A flat, C, E flat, or you can say G sharp, C. It is okay, Joshua, I like what you're saying. All right, and I'm pretty sure, Laurent, you were saying the same thing. Exactly, it's a major chord, but notice it's just an inversion of the A flat of this. So remember I said it was a tritone substitution. So all that chord is, it looks funkier than it really is, but it really just is an inversion, okay, of a tritone substitution. So it's just the major chord that is a tritone of that. So that's what you call tritone substitutions. And if you put the F sharp in here, you know, they would call that some type of dominant. So you add the flat 7. So if you always wanted to get that voicing, all you have to do is add the voice, all you got to do is add the flat 7 in there and figure out the inversion that you're playing, and then it comes together. Ellie, thank you very much. It's a major. You got it. Okay, so hopefully I've been able to give you guys a little bit of an insight into understanding. Most people struggle to play by ear because they are looking at music way too hard. And once again, it's because they don't understand what they're hearing. I always say it all the time. Everybody who can't play by ear or play advanced piano by ear doesn't have a play by ear problem. They have a problem understanding the language of music that they are hearing. Okay, so that is going to be it today. I'm probably going to do more sessions like this, but usually I'm going to try to keep it to 10 to 15 minutes so that I can actually make sure, I'll just do whatever I can. You know, I'll make myself available for the questions as long as I can. So sometimes it'll be 10 minutes, sometimes it'll be more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or like now it's a little bit longer than that. Okay, so we've definitely gone for a little bit. All right, so what you guys can do, definitely, if you've learned something, I'm learning this new system, is just press like, right? Or if you know others that or who can benefit from this, definitely share it with them as well. Or when you guys rewatch it, comment, or share, like, and do all that kind of stuff, because when that happens, I don't get any money for it, so I'm not going to get money for likes or shares, but it lets me know that there's people that are interested in wanting to learn how to understand the language of music. However, if you do want to take it further, it'd be a good idea to actually visit some of my training at anykeymusic.com. I have a link on here that is going to come from below. It's a scroll for those of you that don't have the Any-Key Music system or access or anything. This special link is going to come through. Once it comes, then you can actually go to that and see that there's actually I'm not sure where that's going to lead me to. I think it's going to give me like a 6-video training on how to play musical runs with ease and fat chords and stuff like that. So just like, share, you guys are commenting. All right, if you haven't subscribed to Any-Key Music, you can do that. But anyways, here is the link that I was talking about. Okay, it's to make it smaller, I had to do it like this, which is tinyurl.com/y23z935y. That's tinyurl.com/y23z935y. 935Y. Okay, so if you want to definitely learn how to master the art of playing piano by ear and play it in any key, just like many others are doing, a lot of people are doing it, all right, then I'd love to teach you. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. Hopefully it's a little bit clearer. It'll be a lot more clear once you understand the any key music system, but anyways, this is good for now. Okay, so guys, this is going to be it, and I'm glad that you guys were able to learn or get better in your playing. All right, so it was such a pleasure being on live, and just keep on going. And I know that I would love to help you reach your musical goals, and I know that I will be able to help you reach your musical goals once you understand all the principles of the any key music system. So, all right, once again, share, like, send this out for people that are looking at music too hard. Let them start learning as well. Okay, have a great day, guys. God bless, and I'll see you another time. All right, God bless.